see how beautiful it is. You see I wake up to birds chirping and shit. Pardon my language. But the sky is all, you know, it's all sunny. And for you people that think gang stalking isn't a real thing, you're kidding yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Open your eyes to the big picture. If you're a person that is being targeted and you are good-natured and you do things that most people wouldn't, you know, but basically it just boils down to somebody trying to break your mind, your will to go on. You know, it's either to make you snap and angry, hurt yourself or others. Don't ever do that. All you gotta do is pray. And when you first notice it happening to you, with people following you, or you see the same dude or woman multiple times, and you're on foot, or you take a cab somewhere, and you get out and you see the same people, or you're walking down the street, and people you don't even know want to stop and talk to you, and they're in a car. Cars pulling over and just sitting. But I think, you know, what hurts the worst is the fact that when I noticed, you know, most people would have went right to their landlord, but I wanted to make sure of myself. So first it was my doctors, then it was my lawyer that I previously used, and then just 12 adults that, you know, have a brain. You know, one has a teacher's background, you know, various people. And you know, what hurts the worst is I stuck a letter on my door stating, door closed, no one, down. I even put in yellow that, you know, what everybody else does in their rooms, I do not care. You know, that's someone else's life, that's someone else's business, that's not my concern. My concern is doing what I'm supposed to do, wake up, get kids up and ready for school, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm widowed, I got children, they all get good grades, but if I was a bad person, then my youngest wouldn't be above grade average for all 3 quarters. Or if I was a bad person, 3 months back, my neighbor slipped in the middle of the night, got all messed up, dementia had set in, and if it wasn't for me telling the cleaning girl something was wrong, they wouldn't have called an ambulance and found her, and, you know, now she's in a home, but she's alive. All because I had a feeling in my stomach that something wasn't right. Now, when your gut tells you something's not right, 9 out of 10 times, your gut don't lie to you. If you've been around the block, if you've talked to people from all races, ages, and areas, just different degrees of people, you know, when you're a kid, even if you have parents, if you're intelligent, you'll learn to start how to read people. You'll learn to read body language and how someone's talking to you, and you know, the whole nine. And I really would have to take my tapes into a courtroom and let the microphone pick up what is on them. You can hear it, but the courtroom mics pick up whispers, so you would be able to hear that audio. And I have roughly 10 different tracks. And I'm waiting on the gentleman that let me borrow some game cameras. I'm still waiting on him to come back with the power cord or the video cable to go from the game camera to the TV, so I can plug it in and see what its internal memory took. Because that night, no one was home. And see, when I brought this up to my landlord, you know, it was, oh, you're crazy, you need more meds, you need to go to the hospital. I called my doctor and she said, I don't need to be in no hospital. What do I need to be at the hospital for? She sees me on a regular basis. Like, she knows that, you know, the only time I've been in the hospital was when I put myself in the hospital. And that was after my wife passed. I was in pain management. Noticed that I started to use my pain management pills as a way to hide my emotions of me finding my wife dead when she was alive the night before. And I haven't dated since. I've spent since 2012 alone with just my kids and what I'm supposed to call family, but apparently I'm not family anymore. I don't know. But for everybody that thinks that they're being targeted or thinks that they're a TI or whatever, before you go running off at the mouth to whoever, make sure you have told people in high places, doctors, lawyers, people like that you know you can trust. And then if somebody's violating your, you know, I mean, basically, it sounds like I've been slandered. And that's not cool to deal with on its own, but then, you know, it just seems like that they want you know, your head to crack, but when your head is firm like a rock, like, it just doesn't crack because of some bullshit going on. That's why you pray to God every morning, especially on these nice sunny blue days like that. That's just beautiful. It's beautiful to see. Some people don't like, the outside type shit. But, I never thought I'd have to put a video on here, basically stating that, I know this program goes on. My doctor admitted, well, not my doctor, but a doctor in the building admitted that it goes on. Because they both sat there and listened to what I was telling them. One person said you get on there because of an old employer. One person said you get on there because you're doing good, and others see that you've done good or trying to do good, and they want to knock you back down. It just doesn't work out that way. So, bottom line is just pray to God, accept Him, confess your sins, and pray He takes mercy on you. Put your life in His hands and let Him steer the wheel for a minute. You don't have to take off on your own and be like, I can do this, I can do that. Pray and see where He takes you. I feel sorry for everybody that has to deal with this. I'm sorry I'm ranting. I'm probably going to have to shorten it up. But if everybody has to deal with it, keep your head up. Maybe if a petition is started nationwide or something. It doesn't just happen in America. Apparently it happens worldwide. So, I don't know, man, but I would definitely watch who you share information with, talk to, hang out with, all of it, because you never ever know which one is going to sell you down the road. So if you have a Judas in your bunch, he'll be the first one to sell you down the road. God bless all, and I hope that if you listen to this or watch it, y'all have a wonderful day. If you have a hobby, I'm on the East Coast. It's going to be almost 70 today. If you have a hobby, do it. If you're in a place that feels like it oppresses you, get out of the house. If you don't feel safe, as long as you told someone, get out of the house. And always remember when you go out to put your phone on airplane. Yeah, you won't get no calls, nothing coming in or out. But if somebody's really following you, it'll stop them. At least while it's on airplane. Now, as soon as you switch it off, your little pin will pop up wherever the hell you are. So I'll make another video shortly. This was my first one. I just had to get it out there that, you know, I've been dealing with this since January, February. Stuff missing since then. Been called crazy. And much worse. Threatened. What seems like stalked. And I guess harassed would be part of it. I don't know. But you definitely. The only way to win in these type of cases is evidence. And the more you have, or the more credible witnesses type people you have, the better off you will be. God bless. Have a wonderful morning.